Okay, now it's time to learn about what is a pin. This is my favorite chess tactic, a pin. A pin is similar to a skewer, but it's kind of back to front. What do I mean by that? It means that we still have a valuable and a less valuable piece on the same line, but instead of like in a skewer, like for example, if this rook were over here, we would skewer the king and the knight, wouldn't we? But because we are on the other side of the board, we cannot skewer, but we can use the tactic called a pin. How does that work? Well, the pin works when we attack the less valuable one first. So, okay, let's say this position. White will play here, and see, this attacks the knights. And the problem is, if the knights, the problem is the knight cannot run away because there's a more valuable piece behind him, right? Which is the king, of course. So, doesn't matter what he does, he can move out of the pin even, but he does not have time to save the knight, does he? Right? So in the original position, for example, if we went here and attacked the knight, this is why a pin is useful. If we attack the knight normally, of course the knight can just run away and save himself. But if we use this tool, which we call a pin, attack him when there's someone more valuable behind him, then he cannot run away and we get to take him. Okay, so with this in mind, let's look at some pins in context, okay, in some real positions. So here is one example. It looks like black is in big trouble because white has some pawns that are very close to queening, 3 powerful pawns, but the problem is his king is not very safe. So we can go check, and now you see his king was forced to move here, which walks straight into a pin. The rook attacks the queen, but the queen cannot move because there's a more valuable piece behind her, which is the king. And because the queen cannot move, this is the bonus of this. Because the queen cannot move, she cannot protect this rook over here, so we can just take him for free. And you see, she cannot take us because the king will be in danger. So the queen is pinned. Very interesting one. Let's see another one. Okay, where is the pin here? Oh, can I see it? Can I see it? Yes, I can see it. Okay, so we would really like to pin right here. Pin this queen here. The problem is this pawn is here, so what we can do is just remove the pawn by capturing here. And now the pawn is captured and moved away, we can pin the queen. See that? And we take back, of course, and now black should be pretty close to winning. One more. How do we pin? Let's see. Well, okay, he has just attacked our bishop, but do we have something good here? Who knows? Let us have a look. What to do here? Oh, I see. So what we can do is, I believe, is rook takes here. I think must be the move. The idea is that firstly, if queen takes, we pin it with the bishop to the king. Well, as the queen and the king are on the same line. And another point is that rook takes threatens to take this bishop, because if the pawn takes, he also loses this here. I may be wrong on this one, but let's see. I think this is correct. Rook takes this. I am correct. Queen took. Now we see the queen and the king on the same line, so we will pin her and win her. Let's take, and white wins. Okay, so why don't you go try some pins in your games, and I think the next video we will talk about another tactic called a discovery. Specifically, we will look at discovered check.